All right, hello, hello. We've got news, people. We got news. I like it. We're in March of 2021, and actually the date that I'm filming this is March 10th. But this week, Secretary Mayorkas, hello, Secretary Mayorkas of the United States Department of Homeland Security, announced that they will be granting temporary protected status for people from Venezuela. All right, this is good news. This is good, happy news. So what does that mean? Well, what is TPS? What is temporary protected status? Temporary protected status, the Secretary of Homeland Security has the ability to say, hey, if you're from a certain country, Venezuela in this situation, then I don't care how you got here. I don't care what visa you're in. I don't care whether or not you have papers in order, right? You have a temporary protected status. You don't have to go back to Venezuela, all right? You don't have to go back to Venezuela because the situation out there is not good. It ain't good, all right? And so yeah, in order to apply for it, it is a benefit you have to apply for. You have to apply for it on the form I-821, all right? And there's an application process, and you got to show eligibility requirements, all right? You got to show you're a national of Venezuela. You've got to show that you've been in the United States since the effective date, all right? So that you've been continuously residing since before March 8th of 2021, okay? You can't have been convicted of any felony or 2 or more misdemeanors in the U.S. You can't be inadmissible on non-waivable criminal grounds, things like that. Can't be subject to any of the bars of asylum. But otherwise, you can be eligible to apply for TPS. The way TPS works is you've got to apply. Let me get you the date. I was just looking at it a second ago. Where'd it go? All right. You've got the registration period starts on March 9th, which is yesterday, and it goes through September 5th of this year, all right? So you've got that amount of time. That's like 180 days, I believe, all right? From March 9th to September 5th to apply for TPS if you're from Venezuela. So you got to do it, all right? If you have questions about it, feel free to contact our office. We'd love to help you with that. You know, we can walk you through the consultations process. We can help you apply for TPS. When you apply, as long as you're eligible, you will get TPS, which is a work permit, all right? And it will be valid through September 9th of 2022. And so, okay, great. It's valid through September 9th in 2022. So what will happen then? Well, by that point, it will depend. And the government can either renew TPS, which they often do, or they can not renew, okay? But if you're eligible for TPS, I do recommend applying, right? It can get you a work permit in the United States. It's relatively less complicated than filing for asylum, for example. And we can talk about that. You know, if you're from Venezuela and if you are afraid to return to Venezuela because of the situation, our office has filed asylum for many people from Venezuela. Many of those asylum applications have been approved already. Many other cases, though, are pending. And so if you've applied for asylum, then heck, you can still apply for TPS. It's okay to have both, all right? And if you're thinking of applying for TPS and if you're thinking of applying for asylum, it's okay to do both. Sometimes it's strategic, sometimes it's wise, sometimes it's great legal advice and great strategy to do both, all right? And so if you're from Venezuela and if you have questions about what this announcement means, how to strategize it in your case, you know, please feel free to contact our office. Be more than happy to have a consultation, all right? I'm Otis Landerholm, Landerholm Immigration, A.P.C. We fight for your American dream. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.